I did not plan this. I did not plan this. This is funny because anyway. It's my birthday. I'm not going to tell you how old I am because all of you can do math. It's my birthday. How's your birthday going? Shit. Dropped my car off this morning to get fixed. Then I got picked up. My mom took me out to breakfast. Saturday, my friends took me out to Korean barbecue. Probably the best restaurant they've ever taken me to. I've ever been to, possibly. But I'm going to have to address that. I'm going to address, I would say fandom, but it really is not fandom. I'm going to have to explain to people, not white people, because they know these things. That's very sad. You never have to explain things to white people because they know the shit already. I have to explain things to the non-fandom people. What I really hate is that people that are not a part of fandom and they don't read books and they don't watch Star Wars or Star Trek, those be the motherfuckers that be making all the demands from you and shit. Oh, this motherfucker, he didn't do shit for us. And da 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 da. And it's like, you didn't buy any of my 36 books. Well, hell, 36 or something. 40 books. You didn't buy any of my 40 books. You didn't know what Anime Central was. I go to Anime Central every year. This chick who was stalking me in the office, she was like, what's Anime Central? It's like, bitch, you stalked me on Facebook. You stalked me on Facebook and you don't know what Anime Central is? When I go every year? I'm not responsible for black people's stupidity or ghetto-ness or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Let me cut to the chase. Let me say what I want to say. The same 3 people, 2 of my friends and my mom. 2 of my friends take me out for my birthday every year to someplace nice. We drive out at least 45 minutes out to an hour out to a cool restaurant, and they take me to lunch or dinner. 2 of my friends do that, and then beforehand or after, my mom, I'm gonna say my mom, my sister just shows up. My mom takes me out. My Republican sister she don't take me, she show up, okay? Keep a little measly $15 too. So yeah, it's like my best friends take me out for my birthday every year, and my mom and my sister. Do you know that if I were famous tomorrow on TV, if I were in a movie or on a TV show, if I were famous tomorrow or next year, do you know who will be demanding the most from me? The people that are not my fans. The people that have not done anything for me. Those would be the people that making the most demand. This motherfucker, this nigga, he never did anything for us. It's like, I was too busy starting a company by myself. I created a whole universe when I was 13. I started creating superheroes and aliens when I was 8 years old. I started creating a whole universe when I was 13. I created the Dwindling Realm in the Bond Galaxy when I was 13. I'm 50. What the fuck did you do? You didn't do shit but hate on me. You hated on me for getting good grades. Then you hated on me for going to college. I went to a black college first, by the way. And see, that's the shit that's the killing part. These niggas sit up there and call me a sellout. I went to a black college. Y'all asses can't even spell college. Y'all can't spell the word college. You don't know what a thesis paper is. I gotta fucking write one of those today. And you up all up in my ass about what the fuck I do or who the fuck I date. It's none of your fucking business. I'm a grown ass man. And the same ass. This is the problem. White people, listen very carefully. These extra critical niggas, they'll be sitting up there criticizing who I date and who I talk to and insinuating that I have. A man talking to a woman does not mean he had sex with her, okay? But you got a white friend, you fucked them. Nah. But those same people that are extra critical of me, someone who has taken Aikido, Taekwondo, and Kempo, when they talk to a white guy, a bony white guy who is feeble, they talk to him like he's like a special. They talk to him like he's a king. They talk to him like he's the master son. Don't you dare insult the master son. Punk ass motherfuckers. Y'all got the nerve to call me a sellout? Why you blowing smoke up this white kid's ass? That kid can't get you a job. Remember, I went to film school. I created Sound Man and Duck Girl. I wrote screenplays for them. In fact, I got a book coming out right now. It's got a script in there for Sound Man. It's written in screenplay format. I got a script in there from Duck Girl 3. It's written in screenplay format. I got 4 scripts in this book. Blast issue 4. There are 4 scripts, excerpts that are written in screenplay format because that's how I write, because I went to film school. Now, you worried about some kid that studies fucking dinosaurs? You worried about what the fuck he think over me? Ask that motherfucker to give you a job. So you can be out there in Arizona studying some fucking rocks. No, y'all asses want to be famous. Y'all want to use me so you can be in a movie. Because I was going to film school to be a director. And I switched to animation. Then I switched to computer animation. Then I switched to interactive multimedia. I don't owe anybody anything. Except for my 2 friends who take me out every year and my mom. I don't owe anybody anything. You motherfuckers need to go to college or take some business classes or something, because that shit about I'm black, you're black, therefore I owe you something, that won't hold up in court. I know about copyright law. I studied about copyrights and trademarks independently when I was at SIU in 1995. Went to the library. We didn't have the internet. Yet. Had to go to the library. Let me go to the library and find out about copyrights. They sat me down at this table and there was this big ass book. I sat there and flipped through it and found out about the Library of Congress. I registered a bunch of my characters. The leading characters. Duck Girl got registered. Sound Man got registered. A couple of the teams that I was doing that I thought were going to be before Image came out. Then I was like, oh, nah, these teams ain't gonna blow up. Before Image came out, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this team. And that team was like, nah, I don't need copyrights to all these motherfuckers. This shit ain't gonna fly, not with Image out. But, you know what I'm saying? I went and studied all that shit. So, and another thing that's weird, I don't think white people experience this. When you're black, let's say that you did become famous as an actor or a comedian or something. Shouldn't it be your relatives, like your cousins, that pop up, hey man, let me get a job, let me be in the... It should be like your cousins or your brother or something that's asking you to put them in something, not your coworkers. Your coworkers are just people that you work with. And you have to tolerate them and put up with their bullshit and their ignorance. And when they say stupid shit, you just sit there like, and you don't say anything. Because, a wise man doesn't say everything that's on his mind. It's probably Art of War too. You don't say everything that you're thinking. And you don't have to correct everybody because you don't have to be better than everybody. Well, you don't have to tell everybody that you're better than That's the problem. The people that have to tell everybody around them that they're better than them, those people are not actually better than anyone else. The people that have to, project everything, the loudmouth, the loudest people in the room, they have to be the center of attention. I'm wondering, like, these people go to work and they talk all loud, and I'm like, can God hear? Well, of course God can hear them, but they talking all loud like they on stage at the that theater that Steve Colbert was at. You know, it's like when you're a theater person, you gotta throw your voice to the top row. But you're in an office. People in the hallway should not be able to hear what you're saying. Like the American Gangster said, the loudest person in the room is the weakest person in the room. And the quiet, he didn't say this, but you can infer the quietest person in the room is the strongest person in the room, or the wisest. Because they don't have to shout stuff out. And I don't have to prove to you that I have the copyrights to Sound Man and Duck Girl. Because you don't value things that are intellectual. You don't like Dungeons and Dragons. Well, I mean, I didn't officially play it. I played the bootleg one when I was a kid in the cafeteria. We played bootleg Dungeons and Dragons. We didn't have nothing there. We just had this kid with a big head who was the dungeon master, and he just made up the shit, and we played the game. We played Gamma World. Yeah, at a black college, a bunch of black guys played Gamma World. Whereas you're in the future, like Thundar the Barbarian, played Gamma World. At a black college, we played Gamma World. Now, if you don't value these things, that's on you. You know, you're not hurting anybody. You know, you're not hurting anybody because you watch sports and your opinion is low of people that read comic books or people that make comic books. It's like Robert Downey Jr. When the last time he played a football player? When is the last time Robert Downey Jr. played a football player? Jamie Foxx played a football player, but then he went and fought Spider-Man. But you see what I'm saying? When's the last time Robert Downey Jr. played a football player? No, he played a superhero. Now he's playing a supervillain. That's his job. That's called a job. Watching sports is not a job. Playing a sport is a great job. Watching it ain't a job. So I don't get that either. Y'all are arrogant about watching sports, and you're not a commentator. That's why I don't watch soccer. I used to love playing soccer when I was a kid, but I don't watch it. That's the thing. It's like I love soccer. Was my favorite sport growing up as a kid, but I don't watch it because I'm not playing it. You know, it's not the same. It's not the same playing the sport and watching the sport. You know, it ain't the same not getting paid for the sport either. So I do comics because I'm gonna get paid for that. So anyway, just an update on I'm not taking no bullshit. You have a right to your opinion, but I don't have to hear it. You have a right to your opinion, but you don't have a right to tell me your opinion because you are not a shareholder at Bond Comics or Durant Books. You are not a shareholder here. So you being black, that don't mean shit to me. I took psychology. I took philosophy. Yeah, for an art degree, you have to take psychology and philosophy and biology and geology and all these other G's. You got to take all this shit that don't have nothing to do with art for you to get an art degree. People that don't go to college, they don't realize that shit. Then they sit up there and talk to you like you don't know shit. It's like, I think I know more about the crust, the mantle, and the core than you do to write a science fiction story. You don't know that shit. Now I know about Ahura Mazda and Ahriman and all that shit. I know a whole bunch of shit that y'all don't know. I just made 15 gods for the Dwindling Realm. Because I created the Dwindling Realm in the Bond Galaxy when I was 13. So now I got to go back and do this shit in 520 BC to get the chronology right. So it flows right. So when I do a parody, if somebody want to talk shit, it's like, motherfucker, they got to deal with the gods that I created and the planets that I created and the countries that I created. So if I want to throw a parody character in there, that's fine because it's still my shit. I got to go do my homework shit. I got to do my homework. It's Monday. I got to take the garbage out. I got to cook my dog some rice. Yeah. I got to cook my dog some rice. Ain't that a bitch? I gotta pay another fucking bill. Putting this Beat Generation graphic novel into my Works Cited. I gotta work it in there though. I gotta write something from there. Then I can put that in my work on my Works Cited page. All right, that's all.